Welcome to the emergency edition of the Ave Podcast, man. I'm joined by family member of the South Shore family. And we just recently did a pod about the B and Late Registration album, DJ Keo. How you doing today, sir?
How you doing, man? I'm good. When we talked, because you gave me a call, I was in the elevator going to work, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? What? That blew my mind. I didn't even check my text, whatever. When you gave me that call, I was like, yo, this is crazy, man.
Yo, as music lovers, right? Like, you have points in times where, like, it's almost like the world stops for like a split second. Like, if something just freezes you in your tracks, like, what? And then it's like time stands still for a few moments before you're like, what did I just read? And then it's like the world just starts moving again. It's like a movie.
I was like, there's no way.
No, I saw that. I saw that in the chat group, and that's literally I read that. And I was like, "What did I just read?" And I read it like same thing. It's like everything froze for like a couple seconds because I'm like, that is. I mean, they say that that saying when elders pass away, like that have a bunch like a wealth of knowledge that like the library burns down to the ground. But like, I don't want to say the library burned down to the ground here. But it kind of did. It's like an oak tree fell, and you felt that impact. Sonically, it wasn't just quietly in the forest.
Yeah, sonically, I don't know any other artist that's on D'Angelo's level or sounded like him. There's people that tried to copy what he's doing, but like, how many artists do you know that sound like D'Angelo, like exactly like him, that could replace him, and it would be they even skip a beat? Because we're in the age of artists sounding like each other and can easily be replaced. It's no big deal. You can wink bad eye. This guy, he had put 3 albums out. That's it. 3 albums. Like how many years? 20-some years?
Yep.
3 albums. And I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't that big a fan of the last one. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't like the first 2.
Yeah. The first 2 I can effectively say changed my life. 100%. Like I looked at music differently after hearing the first 2 albums, but the last one I was like, it's good, but it wasn't on that level of the first 2. Like especially the first one, man. That first album is one of the things that it touch your soul. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you listen to it, like you feeling. If you're feeling melancholy, it hits you. If you're feeling great, it hits you. Like you feel something. Listen to the. I don't know any more artists that you hear them hear an album from them, and you actually feel what they're singing. Yeah, like, there's not a lot of artists like that, especially now. Like it's
damn near impossible to feel.
Yeah, we lost a major person, and I think the wildest part about it is like he didn't do enough work. I'm mad and I'm not mad. I understand because being creative and making something this powerful is hard, but it's like a Lauryn Hill kind of thing. Like, I wish you made more music.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we lost out.
And it's interesting because, for those who don't know, Michael D'Angelo Archer, better known as D'Angelo, he died today of pancreatic cancer, which they say is like the most aggressive form of cancer.
Yeah, it's bad.
So I think he kept that private, and it's sad, because cancer sucks. I know that firsthand. But just when you lose somebody like that, though, Keo, he had an aura to him, and I don't want to say like the Michael Jackson or Prince aura, but it's like
something like this guy's different.
You know what it's like? I'm gonna throw some names out. It's kind of like, I don't want to call it. It's not a hood aura. I'm trying to find a better description of it. But the aura, it's like, okay, Nas has his aura.
Yeah,
Allen Iverson has his aura. Kendrick Lamar has his aura. Dave Chappelle has his aura. Yeah, right. And that aura is, it doesn't matter what you do. Right, like once you reach this certain level of status, you're almost exempt from. I don't want to say making mistakes, but
criticism,
people will
for sure.
People will definitely give you second and third chances. When you talk bad about them, people take it to heart. Like as a basketball fan, like you say something bad about Allen Iverson. I always said there was this Brian Windhorst. There was this report on ESPN. I remember he was talking bad about Iverson, and he was saying how like if Iverson came out today, his shooting percentage, he'd be like one of the least efficient scorers in the league, and because he's, and mind you, he's heavy set. He's a heavy set guy, nice guy, but heavy set guy. When I say these former players ripped him to shreds. Like when I say they ripped him to shreds, I mean like they went after from head to toe until you have to basically like pull it back. You have to basically have to say, okay. Like you have to basically like apologize and take some of it back. Like it was bad. Like when I was reading it, I was like, oh my God. But that is that universal love. Like you don't talk about these people. Like there's certain people they get into this moment, this space. Like Mary J's another one too.
Mary has that aura. But it's like a Jimi Hendrix kind of thing, or it's like you change the game enough that everybody's like, yo, this guy's good. Doesn't matter what he's done before or after or whatever.
Yeah, leave him alone.
He's good. Leave him alone. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he just had that.
And honestly, Lauryn Hill probably was in that category, but she didn't make enough. She didn't put another album after the Miseducation, right? But I think, but it's like you're always willing to get another chance. You know what I mean? So I think to me, it's like when you lose somebody like that, especially when they're not like in their 70s or their 80s, like it's still for our generation, you're gonna feel that. Losing D'Angelo was like, man, like D'Angelo, man, like, nah, man, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you start thinking about, like, dude, he should have did more songs. He should have made more albums. He should have. We missed out on something great. And like, I get it because making music's hard. Like, it's harder than people think it is. Because a lot of people just like, just play some chords and sing a song, whatever. Like to make something that's life changing is hard. It's very hard. And it's taxing. When you like putting together an album, it's emotionally draining. I'll put it like that. Like it's people don't really appreciate what goes into the whole process, and then even putting it out on a label and all that other stuff that goes along with it. And like I've only done half of that, child. I haven't got to put it out yet. Yeah. But like I've experienced enough of it to know it is taxing. So when people don't, they only do a couple things and then that's it. And they kind of step back from the world. I understand, man. It is hard making an album. And making an album that stands the test of time, where you can play stuff from it, and it's still good. It doesn't feel like it's dated. Like the Brown Sugar doesn't sound dated at all. Like it doesn't sound like it came out 20-something years ago. It's insane.
You know what's funny? Because I actually listened to some of it tonight. Like not the whole thing, just like skim through it quick.
Yeah.
When some of the songs only sound dated on the intro. Like the intro,
the beginning is like a thing.
And then once it starts playing, you're like, oh shit,
You're like, I'm back. Right?
Yeah, you're like, this is timeless. And Voodoo is like, Voodoo is just,
it's a great album, man. That's what, because it's also rare for an artist to have the second album be just as good as the first one.
Yeah,
and just have that feel. Like there's an emotional thing when you're listening to like really good music, and when you can make a second album and you still get that feeling from that when you heard the first one, that's incredible, man. Especially we're at the fast food age of music right now, and so like it doesn't have the same effect of you pull the wrapper off of the CD or a record or tape, whatever it is, and you sat down and read the liner.
I think we're in the Uber Eats era.
We're out there, so like you don't have that emotional contact of the music and like what it looked like. I can't even skip this thing right now. I gotta listen to the whole way through. I don't have the ability to skip. Like just that kind of thing. You kind of miss it, but like you can't. And I'm gonna say something controversial here. The music today couldn't be put out 25 years ago, 30 years ago. And I don't think that.
I don't even think that's controversial. A lot of it can be.
There's good artists today, like for sure. But like, I don't think that, because you had to have something special to put on an album that you can't skip. You gotta listen to the whole way through.
Yeah.
And people fight you like, what are you doing? Like, how dare you press fast forward? You play the whole thing. there's not a lot of stuff like that today that I'm like, I'm never gonna skip this thing. This is got to go the whole way through. Like,
yeah, it's few and far in between. And then regarding that same list, like I think a big part of it is just about how they make you feel. You know what I mean? When you first hear their art, or you basically like ingest their art, and how like then it's about like when you see them too. Like first is the art. First it's about when you hear them, hear them sing, hear them rap, like hear their show, and then it's like then when you see them, it's like, oh, it's another level. Like even like I said, even something like a Dave Chappelle. Like Dave Chappelle has that. As soon as you see his face, you start laughing. You're like, oh,
I'm in for a good time. I don't have to worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah.
And even when he was going through the midst of like his problems and stuff, and like that hiatus, like you were still like, man, that Chappelle show was just so powerful. Like people were just waiting for him to do something else, even though he was taking a long hiatus. Like people were still clamoring for like, yo, just give us the crumbs. Like,
give us
that's like, so when you make art like that, it's tough, man. Like people don't they don't allow you to mess with them, and it's rightfully so, right? Like they're very protective, and I think with these guys, it's like, and like at D'Angelo, I think because when you hear a story, it's like part of his like reclusiveness, if you want to call it that, is which is interesting to me too, because every time you hear the story, I'm kind of fascinated by it, that the stardom of Untitled and how his life changed, becoming a sex symbol, kind of helped him go downwards. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of it's weird. It has like the reverse effect where it's like, but it had that reverse effect, because most people when they become that sex symbol, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. Their ego gets way too big, and then afterwards they get into substance abuse, all this stuff, and all of a sudden now they're falling off a cliff. Whereas he did not like that feeling so much that he basically rebelled against it.
Should have made that video though. He should not have made that video. He should not have made that video. Women lost their damn minds when that song came out. They lost, dude. They couldn't function. People were like, "I gotta start from the beginning. Let's go." Women went crazy when that song came out. They could not function. It was wild, man. To see it is wild. It was absolutely wild. And yeah, you're right. Like his aura and mentality changed, because I don't think the way they shot the video and everything like that, it was just kind of like a one-off thing. And I don't think he expected it to be that response.
Yeah.
Like I think he's just like, oh, this is a good song, and he shot a video, but it's gonna be a thing. You didn't put too much effort into it. It's just like a straightforward thing. People lost their damn mind, right? And the song was good though. The song was fire. But like women in particular, holy crap, man! I've never seen anything like that before. Dude, to put in perspective, when people watch old clips of Michael Jackson and they're fainting, they were doing that for this song, this video. Yeah. People were fainting for this video. It was wild, man. It was absolutely wild.
Because he even said like this concerts after a while became like people weren't listening to the music anymore.
Yeah.
And they're like, basically like, take your shirt off. Which again, for most people, Keo, that would be like, okay, let me
like make this money, huh?
You know? But like I said, but for him, it's and the thing is, it's weird because I get it, because I'm like, you're making such, I mean, let's face it, those first two albums, that's like high level, borderline genius music. But when you're not appreciating that and all you're hearing is take your shirt off after all that work it took to make that, I'm like, it made him bitter. And I'm like, I can understand it. I think the problem with, not the problem, but like a part of me kind of doesn't understand it as well, because I'm kind of like, at the same time, I was always, a part of me was like, bro, you really not gonna put out another album? You're not gonna put out any more music, really? Like, I know he had writer's block and everything and all that stuff, because that was going on behind the scenes too. Yeah, and then
it was like a 5-year break between the 4-year break between the albums,
between the first and second one. Right?
First and second, and then it was a break.
And that was a long time.
Yeah. 4 or 5 years to have between an artist album is a long time.
Time.
You get forgotten basically as an artist. They move on. It's like, you're not gonna put anything out, great. Because like you look at rock and stuff like that from back in the day, they had huge breaks between the albums. It wasn't a big deal. They tour, they make their money, they're doing good. For R&B and rap, like, you had to put stuff out. Like, you had to, otherwise people would forget you. And the thing is, they didn't forget D'Angelo. 5 years was not a big deal. Like, because I guess to explain it is like, it's like a death sentence if you don't put out enough music fast enough. And it's only quadrupled in how bad it is if you don't put out content like right now. Yeah. Like, you got to put stuff out immediately. Like, just every couple weeks, got to throw something out. So I'm talking big stars. Like, look at Taylor Swift had an album out a year and a half ago, or I think last year. She just put out a new album.
Yeah, I know.
She don't need the money, but she's just trying to stay in the spotlight. So she had to put out a new album. And it's something like that break between that stuff is months compared to 5, 6 years, 10 years for other artists. And D'Angelo, he had the space, and it didn't change how people viewed him, which is crazy. That's impressive. It's a testament. And I would say the biggest thing for me, and one of the reasons why I really liked D'Angelo, was how simple his music was. He didn't have 1,000 symphony orchestra or whatever. Like, he's Rhodes, some drums. That's it. That's all you're getting. You don't need anything else. Bass guitar. Like, it's purest jazz level, but R&B. And I think it kind of reminds me of like Stevie Wonder, like that, like the instrument selection, that vibe. It's kind of like the Stevie level, but there's nobody else like him. There's a bunch of people try to copy him. There's nobody else like him, man. I know I'm doing a ramble right now. It's like, I'm trying to get my thoughts off about, like, dude, D'Angelo's important, man. I can't stress this enough. Dude's important.
It's a heavy loss, man.
It's a heavy loss.
Because if the rumors are true, he was, according to Raphael Sadiq, apparently, allegedly, he was working on a new album prior to him finding out about his diagnosis.
Burns me to my core, man.
So, and if Raphael Sadiq's involved, it was probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah. That burns me to my core. I didn't even know that. That pissed me off. I wanted a good, like, R&B album like this for a long time. And here's the thing, like, I know there's artists that are modern that's coming out and doing stuff right now, but I don't care. There's a space between good music right now and I would say good music and popular music, I should say. Because it's not Spotify has thousands of artists that just put a thing out that came out yesterday, whatever, like every day almost. And a lot of this stuff is really good, but you're never gonna find it, you're never gonna hear it. And so it feels like it's just thrown down a well kind of thing. And I mean, like, it kind of sucks, but it's reality. We have a plethora of music and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to find this stuff on Spotify unless you know where to look. Someone has to hand it to you in their hands to find it.
You got to literally, like, sometimes you're on Instagram and you'll get one of those welcome to the culture post and you're like, who's that?
Yeah,
and that's what'll make you sometimes go and look at their catalog and be like, "Oh, okay, I messed with this."
Yeah,
but it's
5 albums
far between. Yeah, it's so few and far between.
Yeah,
but it's interesting though, because I think, like, because for years he was like a myth, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he disappeared on the scene. You heard he was struggling with drugs and alcohol and stuff, and but. Like I said, that common thread with him is just him being so passionate about his art and his and being not even passionate but very protective of his art is what made you, like I said, made him be a recluse, but I think it kept that mystique high. He's probably one of the last few people that you'll see that still has that mystique from another, almost like another era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like a movie star. Like not even know if Denzel even has it anymore. I think like DiCaprio and people like that still have that, where it's like they're not really on social media. They're not really on the scene, but when they pop out, they pop out. Right?
Yeah,
and it's like, it doesn't matter if it was like 2001, 2005, 2020. It's like, oh, shoot, such and such is out with a new movie, or she's singing a new album, and it's like, I got to go get it, or I got to at least listen to it. You know what I mean? And he still, as I said, it's amazingly, he still had that aura, because I remember even like during those breaks, sometimes you would hear like a couple singles here and there, and people would be like, yo, Twitter's buzzing, going crazy.
And
it's just like yo, and usually most of the time that single was usually a knockout, or like a feature. Like sometimes, like, you know, like we were talking about B and Common. I'm sorry, I think Finding Forever, like D'Angelo had a couple of songs like where he's just featured singing the chorus. So you'd have a couple of those like that, and it's like, oh man, D'Angelo, man, you know, like So as I said, he still had that. I don't know how he was able to hold on to that aura for so long.
I don't know. That's the thing that's crazy to me. Like, he had such a space between doing songs and stuff like that, but like people still talk about him like he put an album out yesterday.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he is there. Like the thing I think is kind of crazy about it is like you don't think about it for a while. And then somebody mentions Angelo, and it's like, boom, right back into it. Like, you're like, I got to listen to this album again, or whatever. Like, it's like he can just pop back in and be right where he left off, like no big deal.
Yeah,
like he's like, you know, there's very few people that are that talented that can just create music like that. That's timeless, and I think like somebody like The Weeknd or Bilal, or these guys, they're trying to do it, but they can't get it right. And it's not even a knock on them as artists, because Weeknd's really talented. All these guys are super talented, but like it's different, man. D'Angelo's different. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, for a lot of people, even if you're watching this and you don't really listen to his albums, like D'Angelo's built different, my friend. That's all I gotta say. I met him one time. He was very short. He was very short. He was very short.
Really?
But yeah. But he was really gracious and really cool. Like I'll say that about him. Like, really nice. But you know, I have to give the caveat that I was in a place where other famous people were. So he was like, "Oh, you're supposed to be here," kind of thing. So I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll give you that, whatever." But yeah, he was really nice. I'll put it like that. But I don't know if I met him at a Starbucks or a Walmart, he'd be the same way. I was somewhere important there. I'll put it like that. And he was cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're at our car wash. I don't know if you'd be that nice. It'd be different.
but it's funny though, man, because you know, I think the biggest thing with him, other than that mystique and that that like mysterious vibe he had with him, the sex symbol stuff, I mean, that factor was, and let's be honest, Keo, that actually started way before Untitled.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, for sure.
Because I remember, like, when he came out with Brown Sugar, I remember, you know, back in the day, let's face it, we're in our hating days, right? So anybody that came out that was talented, that was decent looking or good looking, you're like, man, you ain't shit. You know, it's just, come on. You ain't that. So Brown Sugar, don't let me wrong. Brown Sugar, the song, the album goes without saying. The song when that first came out was unlike anything we heard at the time.
Yeah.
But, actually, hold on a second. Yeah, it was unlike anything we heard at the time. But I remember seeing the video and stuff, and I remember everybody was like going crazy. Women are going crazy. I'm like, whatever. And then Lady came out. When Lady came out, I was like, okay, all right, never mind. My bad. Sorry.
People requested the hell out of that song, man.
Yeah, I was like, I get it. I'm sorry. My fault.
They were playing that at clubs like it's a regular song.
Yep. Like when Lady came out, I was like, all right, my bad. Sorry. And then when the remix came out, I was like, okay. Now I'm really like, all right.
That remix was fire though. Like,
how much does it cost to get on the bandwagon? Do you accept the credit card? I got tooties.
Yo, you have to say musically, there was nothing else like it at that time. Yeah, it's one of those things like, because you know, for DJing, whatever, you play stuff that kind of fits together, matches. And so it'll be like D'Angelo. They don't go together. It doesn't match, and it was fine, which is wild, man. Especially the tempos. And last time was slow.
No, but to your point though, I think the Untitled, the video basically took it into like another stratosphere.
Yeah, no, that
it took it to another stratosphere.
This people lost their ever loving mind when that video came out. Like he was talked about, right? God, if they had Instagram and TikTok back then, good Lord, man.
Oh no, yeah. Honestly, he might have gotten oversaturated. Like, if that was an Instagram era. Like, I think he might have got oversaturated if that was the case.
Oh my god, it would be crazy.
But the interesting thing, because you remember, it's funny. A friend of mine, shout out to Marco. I remember he was saying it in one of our chats, like, "Yo," he was talking about the parody skits that came from that video. Like how much people were doing those. I still remember the episode of Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx. Like, there was so many parody skits of that video. But But the interesting thing though was like why, like I said, a part of me is kind of never really understood why he couldn't handle it, because I mean his idol, one of his idols, music idols was Prince, right?
Yeah.
And Prince to me was a guy that he was a sex symbol too, but he had way better control of everything. You know what I mean? So it's like,
for sure.
Not a blueprint. Like he was somebody that, in terms of being protective of his art, there's very few people in the music business more protective of their art than Prince. Just Google it, read your history. There was very few people in the history of music that was as passionate about being protective about their art as him, right?
Yeah.
But he embraced that. He still embraced being a sex symbol, and he still put it all together. So to me, that's where I was like, yo, for him to not I understand where he was coming from with not being taken seriously at a certain point, because everybody wanted to take his shirt off or get naked on stage. But at the same time, it was like, I don't know if he had those conversations with people like a Prince, but if he didn't, I wish he would have, because I'm like, there was people out there that was like, no, you can control this a certain way. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're not stifled and don't want to put out music anymore.
Well, I think, especially for somebody like Prince had good people around him. He had bad people around him, but he had really good people around him that, like musicians and stuff that he could talk to or whatever. Yeah. And D'Angelo's he's like a loner kind of. He didn't really have a team. Like you could point to like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, these kind of people. Like they're all from that same group. So like I think for Prince, he wasn't thrown out there randomly and just sink or swim by yourself. He had people around him. And D'Angelo, I think D'Angelo's just by himself, man. For the most
he had
part.
Angie Stone, right? I think he had Angie Stone for a while when they were there.
Yeah, when they were together. But I think they were together when he started out. But I don't know if when they broke up.
But she said, I saw this interview. I know, which is crazy because I know they had a child together and they both passed within like 6-7 months of each other, which I don't even know what to say about that. But but I remember I saw a clip, like an old clip of her talking about how when Untitled came out, I think behind the scenes they were still kind of together.
Yeah.
And she said once Untitled came out, she said
he can't do it.
I lost the Angelo.
Yeah, you can't.
I lost the Angelo. Yeah,
you can't. How you can compete with that?
Like I lost the industry after that.
Yeah, no, the pressure and the attention has to be on a whole other level. And think about it too. It's not like I'm gonna send a tweet or I'm gonna see you on Instagram and send you a DM or whatever. Like people had to go see you in person, man. That's a whole other thing. Cause like, I just turn my phone off or whatever. But people had to go knock on your window. And you were in the Starbucks? All right, we're going to the Starbucks. Like, we'll find you. We're going to restock you and follow you around. Like that time and era when that song came out, it had to have been crazy for you.
No,
like as an artist or just somebody who's like a recluse who doesn't have a team behind them. Yeah. And this song comes out and people throwing panties at you. like just taking them off, throwing at you right then and there. Like, yo, that has to be insane. I don't know how anybody could deal with that, especially like somebody who's not like there's people that can handle being famous and people can handle the troubles of being around popularity and that kind of stuff, like just being in that thing, because it's a different beast when you're in it. Like I don't know anything about that, but I've seen it. I've been up close and next to people who are famous, and I don't ever want to be famous. Like I've seen some very important people and what they have to deal with, and it's just oh my god, man, it sucks.
And you kind of understand some days where they're like, you know, somebody goes for their autograph and they're like, I don't want to sign you.
Yeah,
I hate that guy. Yo, Keo sucks.
Yeah, you're like
the 150th person that came today asking for my autograph. I don't want to give it to you this time.
I've seen it. You know, the thing that for like certain famous people that I met, the thing that made them happiest was being around other famous people, because like you can get it. So it's one of those things of like every time I'd be in a studio and like somebody big is in there, you know, I'll just be chilling like, all right, cool. Rather like, hey, can I get your autograph? Hey, can I do this? Oh, can I do this? Can we get a picture? Like I'm just like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, you put on pants like me, man. It's regular. Yep. And like they people that respected that because they're like, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about you. So like it's one of those things like. Being famous sucks, man. It's there's levels to the fame. There's somebody yell at you like, "Hey, I liked your album. Your album sucked." All right, that. And then there's Michael Jackson. There's the level to you grown people fainting and falling down because you sang a song. Like, come on, man. This is the levels to the fame. The fame I saw was just. Random person that little people know their name, not that big a deal. Multimillionaire, no big deal. That it can't even compare to what Prince has to deal with, or what he dealt with, or Michael, or one of these other people like Bill Clinton. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you literally can't go to a mall.
You can't.
You can't. You got to leave. You got to sneak into a party and sneak back out.
You can't drive anymore. That's a factor.
That too.
You can never drive a car again. Like being president, you can never drive a car again, ever.
Yeah.
Under any circumstances.
Yeah.
Someone's got to take you somewhere with security.
But it's a good point about D'Angelo, because I'm like, I don't know how strong the team was around him.
He didn't have a team.
Because like I said, I wish somebody spoke to him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, maybe somebody did. Maybe a Prince did. You know, we never know. Maybe Prince did pull him aside, like, "Yo, bro, like, come on, man, you could do this." You know what I mean? And we don't know. We'll never know.
I didn't know him. Like I met him one time. I didn't know him. I know people that knew him, but like I just met him the one time, and it was just him, man. He was by himself, just chilling.
And this is a guy that came out the choir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He came out the choir and jumped into the music business. Oh, here's what I wanted to read. I wanted to read this verbatim, but it was let me see if I could find it. But it was let me see here. Yeah, because it was a post that somebody put out today, and I thought this was like telling about the kind of talent he was right at the beginning of this. I'm looking for this here. I know we're recording. I know this is coming out here. Hold on. Oh, here it is. So my friend Gary Harris brought this musician named D'Angelo over to my New York City apartment. He was trying to figure out what to do with the music he brought with him. I listened to every cut, not just out of respect, but because it was smoking. At the end of the encounter, he asked me, "What should I do with this?" I remember I remember this as if it was yesterday. I said, "Put it out. It's perfect." He said, being the artist he is, I guess he had to explore some ways to make it better. About a year later, I heard one of those songs on the radio. It was genius, and I knew exactly what he had played for me. I know I still have the original cassette. Now it's Rogers. So now Rogers is basically like he heard basically Brown Sugar before it came out and was like, "Don't even touch this. Just put this out. Right
throw it out.
This is incredible. Who the hell is this kid?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got it right. That's what I'm saying. It's timeless. Like, you got it right away.
There's certain artists, and there's certain songs, whatever, that you hear and you're like, "Oh, that's gonna be a hit." Like, no question, that's gonna change the game. And like, this one of the D'Angelo was one of those people, man. The first time I heard Brown Sugar, I was like, "Yo, this guy's gonna be a problem, man." Easily, he's gonna be. I was like, this stuff's gonna be so big. I wish, like, because it was big for R&B, but it wasn't big for popular music, whatever, that kind of thing. Like, this is more the R&B circuit. I wish he had the bigger fame and the stuff that like, all these other artists got, because it was very big R&B, but it wasn't outside of R&B. It wasn't. They didn't. It hadn't have that crossover appeal. And I think
it could have been.
It could have, right? If other people heard it, they were like, "Yo, this is fire." But like, it didn't. Especially because back then, like their labels and stuff like that, they put you in the box, and that's all you got. Mm-hmm. You got that the one TV station or the one music video thing, and then the radio stations you had the urban radio stations. And it took a miracle for you to get out of the urban stations to over the pop. Yeah. Like it was a lot, man. They did not push you forward to anything. So like D'Angelo was big. He could have been 30,000 times bigger if he got out of that little circle. Especially R&B, because like rap was always bigger than that, but like in that time frame in the 90s, wherever rap was way bigger than R&B. But like it was there. I think it was good enough to go global like that on that level, but like he's just in this little box. I think.
But do you think he shut that down though? Because I think
that's another question.
Because I think Voodoo was actually, and mind you, I actually still want to do the breakdown of that album before this year out, and I will. But I think Voodoo could have been that album that could have did that, and I think the song Untitled had have been. I mean, it was marketed properly.
For sure,
marketed properly.
Yeah,
but I think if on the succession of that, I think that could have gone to them. I think he could have gone to the moon if that's what he wanted, but I don't think that's what he wanted.
I 100% think that he kind of limited himself on purpose, rather than
100%.
It was his ability to go further than that.
Listen to me. Listen to me carefully.
Yeah, I know. It sounds great.
Listen to me carefully before you go. I went to a concert when he came back out. Maybe what year was this? Was it 20? It was before. It was right before the third album. So it was like 2013, 2014, maybe around that time, right?
Okay, yeah.
And he came out with he came on stage or whatever, right? And he started off with that song Left and Right. That was the one with Method Man and Redman, right?
Yeah.
So of course Method Man and Redman aren't there. But the two things about the concert that had me laughing, number one, we were amongst the oldest people at the concert. was a bunch of young 20-something-year-old hipsters, which was what the hell do you know about D'Angelo? It was weird. We were like one of the gray bears, and I was still in my 30s. Like, what's going on here, right? But the other part was everybody was waiting for him to hit the high note in the beginning of Left and Right. So when he starts singing, everybody was kind of like, of course, everybody cheered when he hit the stage. But when he started singing, everybody was kind of waiting. They were kind of waiting.
Is he gonna do
it? They're kind of waiting, and then when he hit the high note. It was the weirdest thing. Everybody lost their minds once he hit the high note because they're like, he's still.
He's like, it's for real.
Yeah, he's still D'Angelo like because we heard of all the stuff, right? All the stories, so we weren't sure if he still had it. The moment he hit that high note on Left and Right, the second he hit it, killed everybody. It was like he almost had a standing ovation. He didn't even get to the first verse. But it was crazy. Like right at that moment, it was like, okay, all right. And I remember the sex symbol conversation came up. My wife was included in that. But she was included in that conversation, you know? But they all kept talking about the sex appeal. I'm a big boy. I can handle this part.
That's fair.
but they're all it's funny. They're all having this conversation about the sex appeal of him, right? When the concert was going on. And it was a bunch of women. Of course, I didn't get involved in that. I just listened to the conversation.
Let it be, man. Let it be.
but the interesting thing about it was they pretty much all said that what I said earlier. They were all of them all said he was sexy way before Untitled. They said they were like his face and just the way he carried himself. They said he was he's a good looking guy. Pause. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The sentence is sponsored by Pause. But
Pause. All right, go ahead. You're good.
But
read the
five. With that said, they're like, yo, he's a good looking guy. They're like, he's got great features. They're like, and then all of them to a woman were all going crazy about his lips. They're like, oh my God, he still got those lips. Oh my God. And I'm like, damn. God. I'm like, yo, he's still. But it was like they were like transported back to the 90s because like he was still looking good. You're still looking good. Like you still like look like he was in shape and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were all like trust me, they're like Untitled had nothing like that. Yes, of course they loved it, but they're like Brown Sugar when he came on the screen, they were like, who the hell is that? That guy looks amazing, and oh my God, he sounds good. He was sold like he was a sold product from day one when it came to that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, to this day, I'm always like, if he harnessed it a certain way, like, I mean, we should have got more than. I'm not saying we need to get 10 albums from him, but we should have like
4 albums would have been fine. 4 or 5,
yeah.
And in a closer together, 4 albums would have been great. Yeah. But like there's so much space between them. It annoys me that we missed out on so much greatness from him. And like I said, I understand how hard it is to make an album, and especially the pressure. And then when you have a break, you're worried: is this as good as what the other thing was? Can I get that? Can I recreate that magic?
Yeah,
like all that little stuff is there, and like I totally get it. But like, damn it, man, it irks me that people that are super talented got 3 albums, 2 albums, 1 album. And then people were trash. They got 45 records on the radio one time. Like that bothers me, man. It annoys me so much, and you see it all the time with that. It's kind of an embarrassment of riches that we have such awful music. It's so much praise and awards. Like, how many Grammys did Angelo even win? I don't think he won any. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's absurd. Wait, what came out in the 2000 and 1995 that was better than these 2 albums?
So yeah,
I don't know.
Especially 2000, like that album, the Voodoo album, because the Voodoo album is the R&B version of Low End Theory versus Midnight Marauders.
Yeah.
Literally,
it's different, but the same, but different.
Yeah. Like that's literally the R&B version of that. And honestly, I don't get mad with either. People love Brown Sugar more than Voodoo. I personally like Voodoo a little better than Brown Sugar, but I think Brown Sugar is amazing. You know what I mean? That's just my preference. But like there isn't I don't think there's really a wrong choice, right?
No.
There's not really a wrong choice. So it's hard to say because I'm like, that album came out in 2000 and that album for R&B, like Mental Rolodex, how many albums were better or on the same level as Voodoo? It's a short list.
I can't think of a better album than Voodoo for 2000.
For like the last 25 years, like this century, right? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough because when you think of Mary and all that stuff,
2000.
All that stuff came on in the 90s.
Yeah, but I in the year 2000, I can't think of a better R&B album than that one.
No, I don't think there was. I don't think there was at that point in time. Like, honestly, the only albums that come to mind that were like, were either sold as much or more, of course, or just sonically was on that level, probably Confessions, Usher's Confessions album.
Oh, that's right. That was that year. Yeah, Usher
won. I don't think it was that year. I'm just talking this century. Wait. Years. So Usher's Confessions. We mentioned that Mariah album, that Emancipation and Mimi was tough.
Yeah.
You got to throw R. Kelly's name in that. Was it the Chocolate Factory, whatever? I mean,
is that when you started stepping?
Soups, yeah, that's what the
run it. Yeah,
super duper taboo, taboo. But, like,
dude, it is. I don't care, man. It is what it is. All right,
it is. We were there.
It is what it is.
We were there, but
if you want,
honestly,
man.
outside, and I'm sure I'm missing. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing some more, but honestly, outside of those 3 or 4, it's hard to say. Like I love Chris Brown too. I love Chris Brown and stuff he's putting out. But was it like voodoo, like classic level? Like
at that time,
I would throw Chris Brown in. I don't know which album because I don't know his albums to that degree.
Yeah, I don't.
But I know he's got some great stuff. But I'm just saying it's tough to put an album on the level of that, like in terms of quality, timelessness. You know what I mean? Singing, all that stuff. It's really hard to. It's really hard for this century. It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard. I agree.
There's a lot of like really, really good albums that's come out. Like I was trying to put together, like I got a new phone, and so I was trying to put like all my music back in the order and stuff. And like I was going through all the R&B stuff. There's so many good albums that came out. It's hard to pick, man. Honestly, it's very hard to pick. We have embarrassment of riches, especially if you're older, for music. Like I talk about like that era as music was like how my dad used to talk about it.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like it for them at that age, it fit. And for us at our age, it fit. And then for the people at this current age that are going through it right now, I don't know if it's going to last. What you think about this stuff, how good it is. But
it's a great point. No, it's a great point. It's a great point because like the stuff that the OJs and Al Green and all those guys did back in the 70s and all that stuff, you can still play it now. It's still timeless. Go listen to Marvin Gaye album. Go listen to What's Going On or an I Want You album. You can play that right now. Given the date, like the terms of some of the sounds of being a little dated, it doesn't matter. It's still timeless. But timeless, like voodoo is timeless. Voodoo, you're gonna play that 10 years from now. It's still gonna sound like it came out yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we had one. To your point, you're right. We had one. We had like somebody that you can literally brag about for generations going forward. Like we had one and we lost him, unfortunately, today.
You know, and again, I'll go back to I wish he made more music. I really do. Even if you're just gonna be like, I'm fooling around, I'm not gonna put it out, whatever, put it on YouTube. I've been happy with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a bootleg copy or something. I've been happy with that. Like, I feel, I say frustrated because, you know, like I dislike firmly the modern music. I dislike it a lot. And I don't think it has any staying power. Like, I don't think you can remember any of the songs that's on the radio right now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I don't think you're going to remember the songs on the radio right now 2 months from now. Like, that's how bad it is. And
but I think you've already seen it. Like, it's the history's played out the last 10 years, give or take, a few artists here and there. Like, a lot of the stuff you don't remember a year from now.
Because I look at the trends on Instagram, and we're going to get back to D'Angelo in a second. But, like, so you look at the trends, and a lot of the songs that like young people are listening to today, and I mean, when I say young, I mean like 12, 13, 14-year-olds, they're listening to old stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff 20 years ago, 15 years ago. So like the modern stuff isn't hitting for them. And so the trending stuff is like from the 90s, from the 80s. Like they're going. I think it's good that this modern generation is going back and discovering this classic stuff.
That's the positive.
Yeah, it's the positive. And hopefully this will put a battery in the creatives for them to start, making music for themselves. And hopefully we'll get back to this stuff. Because, I mean, like, artists like D'Angelo, like, they're few and far between, but they used to be more frequent back in the day.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you chase perfection. You chase the art. You chase the craft. You don't chase the money because
it wasn't about for D'Angelo. It wasn't about being an artist. He just wanted to make some music.
Yeah,
he got a chance to put his music out, and a lot of artists today they're only just chasing the money or just trying to be famous. They're TikTok famous rather than actual famous. Yeah, I want to talk about this for a second. there's a lot of artists that are on, and I'm being the old guy complaining about everything right now, but like there's a lot of artists that, you know, they're TikTok famous, but they're not actually famous. And they're winning Grammys and they're doing all this stuff, and they got canceled their tour. I'm not gonna mention any names. I'm just saying there's a female rapper, you know who she is, canceled their tour, won a Grammy. Don't make no sense to me. Like, are you really famous, or is this thing real or not? It seems like it's a fake thing pushed up. And like, and getting back to D'Angelo, like D'Angelo was an artist that was pure. Like, this thing was real. Like the fanfare and the people who cared about his music was real. And I hate the fact that today we've separated the real from the fake to such a degree that, you know, everybody's basically fake. Like, it's like nothing matters anymore. You know, like how many times someone listen to an album? Well, it's just numbers on the screen now. How popular is somebody? I don't know. I can't tell. And so, like, artists like D'Angelo that should have been way more popular, but was popular enough. Like, the disconnect here it kind of annoys me, especially somebody who plays music for a living. It kind of annoys me that artists that I wish were bigger don't get the same shine as these fake artists that are out right now. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know. Like, it irks me. So some like there's a couple artists like I like this band called Tame Impala. It's like one day they call him Acid Jesus, right?
Like, no, I like some of their stuff. I do.
Yeah. I don't like that kind of stuff where that he's more focused on I'm making music right now. I put an album when I feel like it. Whatever. It doesn't matter how many sales. This is just what I feel. I want that.
Yeah.
I want a whole bunch of that in the music industry and going forward. If we can do the one positive thing from losing D'Angelo to gaining another D'Angelo type person that just wants to put out something that's good and just not worried about how famous they are, or, you know, how many spins they get or whatever. It's just about making something that's good, and I want people to hear it. That's it. That's all I ask for. And I don't know, man. It hurts, especially listening to it all the time.
But somebody to that point, somebody is out there that's like that. You know, male, female, whatever. Like, somebody's out there. Somebody's out there that has this energy, but we're not exposed to them.
Well,
but somebody's
they're out there.
Yeah, somebody's out there. Now, history tells you that there's
somebody out
every
there.
generation there's somebody out there, but they're just not getting marketed or pushed. Something's going on, but like that person is out there. You know, somebody I wouldn't say replace D'Angelo's energy, but kind of like remind you or just be on that.
I think that's a better way to say it.
Like,
that's a better way to say it. To remind you of her, give you the feeling of, rather than replace. Replace is wrong. That's the wrong word to say, but I want that.
And that's
no, go ahead.
No, I agree with you. I just, like I said again, it's a sad day, man. If you're a music lover, I'm sorry. It's especially like, you know, black music, R&B music. It's a sad day. I'm sorry. It's a sad day. It's a sad. I don't care who you. It's a sad day. Like, you gotta feel this one. I'm sorry. Like, it's. As I said, Keo, as soon as I saw the thing, I just sent it to you like, "Yo, emergency pod." I didn't even know what he passed. I didn't even open the article.
I didn't know what, but I was like, we're doing that. Like, it is what it is. We gotta talk. We gotta get something off our chest, I guess.
100%.
Yeah, man, I understand. I appreciate D'Angelo, especially because, you know, D'Angelo came out during the shiny suit era. If you think about it, during all the craziness with Puff and Bad Boy and all this other stuff, that's when he was out. And you know, he still he still carved his name into this with all of this other stuff going on. Like, every rapper was rapping about drugs back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this guy still did this R&B thing, and it fit in between that time. And it's remembered in between that time.
And he was still loved. Like, hip hop, R&B was still He carved his niche, and he was still like loved. Like he still had that, even from the day he came out. It was like, oh no, that's D'Angelo. No, we gotta work.
Chill,
leave him alone. Like no. Like, so it's impressive, man. Like I said, it's just too bad he didn't come up with more stuff, man. And it's like, it's sad, but we'll wrap up this emergency pod here. But as always, Keo, thank you for doing this.
Man.
Like I said, man, rest in peace to D'Angelo, man. Like you got to go back and play Brown Sugar and Voodoo back to back, man. That's all you can do right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I can't believe he's gone. That's nuts.
The wild part about it is this kind of stuff's going to happen more frequently now. We're at that time now. To me, that's the scariest part. And it irks me that, people like Rolling Stone are 1,000 years old. Our people can't make it past 40, man. The hell? That is crazy. And then it's not even a knock on Rolling Stone that they're alive still. I want our people to live a long time too. That's what I'm making.
51 is way too young at this stage. Yeah. Like he still had work to do. He still had things to do. You know what I mean? Like as I said, if he was working on his album, like he still had things to do. I mean, and then like I said again, rest in peace. To him. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family, especially his son, because like I said again, his son's losing both his parents in the same year within a 7-month span. Man.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the next few years is gonna be like, I hope he's got a support system behind him, man, because that is heavy. Losing a parent is heavy. Losing two in a year,
and in the same year is crazy.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. Yeah, so my thoughts and prayers with that brother for sure, man. But thank you everybody for checking out this show, man, and we'll be back. We'll be back soon. We'll be back soon with a new episode, man. But thank you for checking out the Emergency Podcast. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.